Hello. Alright, so today we are continuing on our work. So we got off last night after Hitch got off. He's gonna come in and backfill this, flatten it all out on his own, as well as modify the lot if he wants to. We put the signs up, so tree felling is up back there, and then it's up on the ATV. And I'll show you the other signs we have around. Right here we have active logging site. And there's another one up here, but it's facing the other direction. I haven't been down here very much. I know there's a lake over there, according to my map. There's also a road that leads to nothing. We're also going to get gravel for the main entrance. Let's take a look at this lake, though. Normally the lakes in modding maps are not done very good. This one's fine. This one isn't bad at all. I hate the ones where the entire side is a cliff. Like, every side of it is a cliff. I hate lakes that are like that. So, you come along here, there's a sign right there. Log trucks entering highway. So, we're also we have a bunch more to put up, but I have to wait until Hick decides how big he's gonna make this lot. We're gonna gravel this whole way up. So this whole lot up here will be gravel. From this point on, where that tree felling sign is, it'll remain dirt roads until we decide that it needs to be made gravel. That's when we're gonna move. We'll do that when we move the lot, or our yarding stuff, all of our stuff up to the top of this hill. The top of this hill where all these trees are down, right here, is where we're gonna build our new yard. So, last stream, we got to our location, got set up, for the most part. We're still missing a couple things. Our two largest pieces of equipment, the Beaverator and the skid. But we have the forwarder here. I don't even know where the forwarder went. Oh, it's back there. We got the loader, the forwarder, all the scout vehicles, to the 2 ATVs, 3 UTVs, the pickup truck. We have to go order a log trailer as well, so we're gonna hop in the truck in the AC and do that. So we have to come in here and we want forestry equipment. Now we can just get the timber runner, or we can go with the TLX. We'll see what the TLX is like. I'm definitely gonna get Nokians. I want off-road tires. Back to that one. So that's the covers for the wheels. We'll do design 2. Pole distribution. Why would I do 12 feet? Make it easy on Hick, we'll do 18 feet. Rear hitch? Sure, actually, because I have an idea for that. Main color, black, obviously. Rim color, chrome it. I don't care. Or, obviously, we have very flashy logging trucks. I did buy that new logging truck, my logging truck, if you wanted to see it. This one right here. It's actually, this one's cool. I didn't show Hick everything on it. So it's got the lights. It's also got an underglow on it, but you can't probably see it right now. I like how long the headlights take to turn on. Also, I'm pretty certain that I just turned the engine on. the wrong machine. So that's that thing. So our logging trailer should be back here. So the skid's up on the trailer. The bulldozer, the forklift, and the loader, all of our equipment that remains here are in there. We want to get an excavator, so we want that digger over there, that thing right there, the digger. We want one, but we want an excavator, so, I mean, excavators are just a larger digger. I mean, damn, this is a big-ass logging trailer. This will be good. And it's got the rear hitch, and the importance of the rear hitch is that if I don't have one already in game, I'll have to get one. Is that you can put a little logging trailer on the back. I don't think we have one though. We don't have a short logging trailer on mods, so we'll have to get one. We'll throw a dolly on it. Probably the TLX dolly, to be honest. But I think for right now, we should only need one logging trailer, truck and trailer. So we don't need any more forwarders. These are all forwarders. I don't want to get one of these things. If I do, it's going to be the John Deere one. But I feel like we'll just do it by hand, because those things are also like almost $1 million. Yeah, that's a shitty one too. I need to buy a new chainsaw. We got the larger steel chainsaw now, so now we have two chainsaws. We have normal length, large length. So we have chainsaws for literally anything we could ever need. So I say we drive the beaver out there. This is the beaverator. This is our tub grinder. It is massive. It's our largest, most heavy piece of equipment. Look at the size of it compared to a truck. And we really wanted to maximize the transportation efforts. I should have put a bunch of ATVs inside of it, because that's how you do that. As Hick proved, you can put ATVs anywhere. Doesn't this truck have the... I don't know, I'm gonna fuck around with the controls a little bit. I know... That's how you turn the lights. What the fuck is that doing? Oh, that's the windows. Okay, that's what I want. I wanted to roll the windows down. Does that roll the other window down? Yes, it does. I didn't want to get a Phoenix, but I am now certain that a Phoenix is the only truck in this game that can handle this hill. I have to show you guys how cool it is to unload this fucking thing. Ooh, it's heavy. Like I said, we can always rent one of the 1500 horsepower ones if we ever have anything that gets stuck and ends up going 6 miles or 0 miles per hour. We're at 70. The goal is to lose as little speed as possible. Yeah. Okay, come on. No, it's swapped gear. on the final, most steep part of this trek. And we're losing I'm full throttle right now. I've been full throttle ever since we started. You see those? It's really cool because this thing that has tracks, and those tracks aren't even on the ground right now. If you look closely, they're not moving because they're not on the ground. This thing operates and moves, if you need to move it, by the tracks. The wheels in the back are just for transportation. Those fuckers come off. That's why there's a control panel at the back. You can pull the track or the tires right out from underneath it. You just pull the couplings from the big machine, hop in the little one, and back it right out. And then it will lower down onto its own tracks, and it'll also it'll fold up all the shit in the front, the fifth wheel, that's actually, I'm pretty sure that's a gooseneck. It looks like a gooseneck. It does not look like a fifth wheel attachment. Alright, here's the second big hill climb up here. Second and final. It's a hard one because you got to turn, and you lose a lot of speed on the turn. I have no idea where he wants to put any of this equipment. That's the problem with playing this when he's not here. That's always been a really big problem I've had in Farm Sim, is that I try to play the game, and I play it with other people, and then no one's ever on. So as you see, air suspension lowers, those folding away. Turn on the little light in the engine, and you just then, if you need to move the machine, you hop up here at the front control panel. Come up that way up in the front. Do your full maneuverability over the machine. Let's try to start this bitch. What do you mean it is unfolded? There we go. Look at that! The rollers on that damn thing. Before I started to stream up last night, Hitch was talking about how I almost fell into one of these things. Like, he was like right here. It was a little wood chipper though, it wasn't a tub. It was like one of the ones you use for like a job, like that they bring to like clear minor trees. I'm so confused what the folding even does. I know what unfolding folding does on this thing. Puts the support beams down and lifts it up. It's also got tension belts, so fucking cool. I love this thing. This loader is going to be so much fun for him to use. Though I can't wait to cut shit down and use my big skid. So, I have no idea where he's going with this, so I don't know where I can put equipment. Because obviously we're going to get gravel, so I don't want to put any equipment down on the lot up there until Hicks decided exactly how he wants it shaped and has we've done gravel, then we'll have to move the equipment out of the way anyways. So I'm thinking what I would like to do, honestly, is start falling. But I was going to wait until we got people in that want to do falling. But I can get started. I want to play with a big chainsaw. I've never used this thing, so the road's going to come right through here, so this tree's got to come down. We'll fall them out of the way. So it'll come through here. It'll be a 2-lane, so twin length. This tree's got to come down. I know what I need. So the John Deere's over here. I drove it around a little bit yesterday. Forestry John Deere's here. This thing is for pretty much, it's just kind of the mover, you know, we use it to move all the equipment around. Like there's a little opening for the little John Deere emblem. It's an old John Deere 4440 with a big ass cage on it and some exoskeleton shit. So I think the main purpose of this probably is going to end up being moving shit around, even though most of what we have so far down here is all equipment that is for the semis. So I probably should get a little semi or something to move shit around with. But I just realized there's nothing for this tractor really to do. So I know there's some more forestry equipment that we need to get. I just cannot think of what. I know stump grinder is one we definitely need. That's a stump grinder. That's a mean looking stump grinder too. The tree planter, obviously something else that we're going to need. So we're going to replant all the trees here when we're done. Alright, so we'll just get this mulcher, or this stump grinder. Then some other equipment this thing can move or do with. We can play around with these. Like, that's always something I'm thinking about working with. So, real fast, let's go ahead and hop in here, start the engine, and I just want to pipe out. Put the auger out. So as we're grinding up wood chips, these are just they're just gonna fall. We don't have a truck for these yet. We don't have a chipper truck, so I'm wondering if I want to belt it out. Because if he positions the grinder at a good angle, that can save us a lot of yard space. Because, I don't know... Alright, let's put this into a theoretical. Alright. This tree right here. I come back, hook it up with the skid. I'm dragging it down the road. I'm going to pull it in here, drop it. Hick should probably be in the center with the loader. The loader should probably be in the middle. That way he has maximum length. He can length around the entire yard. The tub grinder should probably be over here in this corner. So that way, pick log up, carry it over if it's a little one, and drop it in the grinder. Because we're not putting the large logs in the grinder unless... So, essentially what's going to happen is these logs are obviously fucking massive trees. These are really old. If you check on the map, you look at the map key on the side, these are, I don't even know, retention areas, or I guess we can't cut. This is pine dominated old. So these are old pines, I believe, because this is the new pines, or youngs. I would like to go see what this retention area is. I can find out. Hold on. There's one not far from the shop. Normally I'd use my pickup to do this, but the pickup's all the way back at the fucking lot. Hicks me mad because I need to take that thing back because I need to pick up a trailer. I'm gonna get a gooseneck. So I'm thinking what we're gonna do is haul some augers out and maybe move some around a little bit, move some shit. Okay, so hold on, I think I'm losing controller. I am losing controller. It came unplugged again. I need to get a new one. Okay, so I think I take a left here. Tell you one thing, I'm never going to make the mistake again of trying to drive a fully loaded semi down this road like the first time I ever played on this map. Holy shit! I totally forgot that will make you get this hill as steep as shit. It got stuck right about here. So these are, wow, these aren't very big, but they got a lot of branches. A lot of limbs. I really should have brought the pickup out here. So this is a retention area up here. I don't know what the hell that means, but I want to find out. I have a feeling it has something to do with we can't cut. A strategy for conserving biodiversity and stands managed for timber production. Okay, so we can't, I guess we can't cut, maybe? Okay, whatever. I don't know. Not gonna give a very good answer. From what I'm reading here, it could be from anywhere that you can only cut down the young trees, you can only cut down the dead trees, or you can only cut the big trees, or you can't cut any trees. Not getting a straight answer here. I wanted to play Phantom today, not fucking SnowRunner. What the hell? And what's this zone? It's marked on the map differently. It doesn't say why. It looks like it's marked as wheat, to be honest. What's down here? This, I believe, is an actual farm field. If I'm not mistaken, there's a farm field over here. Where's the door? No, it's not a farm field. It's just marked weird. Okay. I'm just confused. So, and then what are there's these things as well. What the hell are these things? I don't know. Let me just, no, I don't want to do that. Shit. Fuck. Okay, so. I need to, well, we can probably throw it on the trailer with the skid. Back to what I was doing. Over here. So. I'm thinking that's his best bet, but I know he's going to make it larger. He wants a larger yard. I don't really think he needs it, to be honest. The tub grinder takes about this. Well, yeah, he does need to expand this way. Tub grinder should sit right about here-ish. Well, I don't know what the length on the loader is. The forwarder has a crane in case we need it. But let's start the engine up on this thing. Sports tilts down. I don't think this thing extends at all. No, that's max length right there. You're not getting anything else out of this. It has no extender arm. So they got, alright, this is perfect. So, for example, this will sit right here. A log will come in, I'll drop it right here. Hick. Down. Pick up log. Boom. Could be over a little bit further. Drop it in the grinder. Oh, wow, it actually came all the way off this time. Let me plug it back in. Wait for it to load. There we go. And maybe have the loading trailer behind it. I'm thinking right now I'm gonna order the gravel for the road up, because the road up doesn't need to be any larger. I think this road is plenty big enough. It's 3 wide, so that's asphalt, that's concrete, rock, gravel. What's this? Granite? I want gravel. I definitely do not want this cursor shape. How do I rotate my camera? There we go. Then M to increase my cursor size. And I'm just going to go straight up the middle for right now. Come back in and patch up the sides. And now we've got a gravel driveway up here. Oh, that's right. Hick never actually flattened that out like he was supposed to. Oh, he said he did, but I don't. It definitely did not smoothen that area. Where is it in front of me? It is just directly from where I'm standing up to the sign. Of course, I'm gonna stand. It's gonna show my camera facing the wrong direction. That's, I think, as good as that's gonna get, because that for some reason will not flatten. I tried to level it out, but that didn't work either. So, grinder here-ish, loader here-ish, log pile here. So, the problem is, he's gonna have 2 log piles. Because back to what I was saying about explaining how the loading will work, is that the trailers, these trees are massive. I mean, look at them. They're huge. Let me do an example. So here's a fallen tree. So here's the end of it. Very end of the point. That's the tip right there. That's the end. That's not going to fit on a trailer. We're going to have to buck the logs. Buck the ends off. So everything that all of that will go into the wood chipper. That's scrap. So that'll go to the chipper. So he'll need 1 pile of logs So I'll drop them off. He picks it up, put them in a pile. Then I need someone for the bucking. And the problem with this is that and not using one of the big uh, forestry cutter machines. So the forestry cutter machines will cut all the logs exact equal lengths. We're not doing that because I want to use chainsaws because it's more fun. The fact that we now have to manually buck the log, I don't know the length. So I want the pile for the bucking to be right next to a trailer, so that way the people doing it will have some sort of an idea of how to do it. And this is why I was hoping the little digger would have a claw function, so that way that little thing could, any of the little tiny shit that they cut off and it's too heavy to be picked up, can just be picked up by that and literally chucked, because he wouldn't be able to lift it up. You'd have to chuck it into the wood chipper, the beaverator. So that's how this is gonna work. So I'm gonna drive up, pull the log, doop. Probably gonna drop it right about here. He has to pick it up and move it, like per se here where a trailer's parked. They'll buck it. It'll be loaded. It'll be put into another pile to be prepared for loading. Because we're not gonna load the logs as we go. We'll cut, keep that going. We're gonna do all the downing in a day. So first step is to go through Hicks, our machinery operator for this. So he'll be operating the Raptor, and we're gonna cut all the trees down on the road up to the new yard. So we're not gonna move that. We're not gonna use that new yard yet. We're gonna use this one for a while, just to get. That's just what we're doing. So that way we know that's the new yard. Once that's done and the road is done to that place, or to that yard, I'm gonna use the skid and pull the logs that are all the way up there that'll be downed. And I'm gonna pull all the logs out to this yard, and then they will be picked up, go through the process. Then we'll start the actual process of downing all the trees and getting down to business. I don't know how we're going to do it. If we're probably going to go in sections. I've got some of my drivers will also be working as cutters and downers and stuff, so they'll be helping out cut all the shit down. I think we're going to work in like sections. Whoa. Had to yawn. So we'll cut out sections, skid, pull them up, drop them. They'll move into a pile, because I can't put them in a pile with the skid. The skid has the whole point of the skid is it's got the pulling power. That's the whole purpose of it. The whole damn thing is that it just pulls shit violently. And that's what it's going to be used for. I also got that specific one because unlike the forwarder model of the skid, which is the same as our forwarder, but it has the skid attachment on it, which I do kind of like because it's got the little crane and it's got the big claw. So it's got a crane, but it's also got a claw in the bed of the forwarder, so in the back, right where on ours, where the log forks are. Show you guys. So it's got this type of crane, except it does not fold. So it's not folded up as this. It's got like maybe a quarter of the length. Right about here is where a big ass fork is, like it's on the back of the skid. So I just want to show it to you. Here is the skid model. Here's the skidder. So, oh, it does have the full extension on it actually. Look at that. I think it's got the extension model on it. Yep, it extends. But I didn't want this one because I thought it would look a little too complicated to run. And I just want the big, beefy, powerful, don't give a fuck, John Deere. So, those will be pulled up. Okay. Put into pile. Bucked. From there, and bucked logs We'll go into a pile. I think we're definitely getting it started before the other guys get it. Me and Hick will obviously. There's going to be a whole nother process back at our shop of log sorting and all the wood chip shit, because they're not going straight to the sawmill, they're going back there. Well, the logs most likely will. I don't know how we want to do it because I haven't really gotten the chance to look at the map, but I'm fairly certain, like, that's a drying station, that's a sawmill, vehicle shop, gas station. Down here, I'm pretty sure, isn't there a selling station of dry boards and wood chips? So the wood chips have to go there, and the dry boards have to go there. So they're going to go down there. They'll be put through the drying station. Then they'll go straight to the logs, go straight to the boards, and wood chips will then have to be convoyed out to the thing, to the selling points. So I'm going to have a whole system of augers and conveyor belts, because I like playing with them. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. In 2019, I had an entire conveyor belt system for loading trucks. Total waste of money. Loved it. Spent so much money building, I think it was around 20 conveyor belts. All to move pretty much manure. So, the manure, we had a silo mod for the manure. So the manure would be, grab the bucket, the big bucket on the wheel loader, you'd scoop all the manure out of the cows, and you would put them into the silo. And the problem was, though, was that how our farm was positioned, it was impossible to get a semi-truck down there. We were able to do it one time to put the cows in their thing, and it took us almost half an hour to get the truck out. It was in a very crappy spot at the bottom of the valley, with a lot of gates and fences and a creek and a pond. So the bridges there were not really built. The wheel loader also never left because it was wider than the bridge. The tires would go wider than the bridge. Like, the exterior part of the tire would be wider than the bridge. The interior part would be enough to get across. So the silo was down there, and the problem with that was that the silo needed to be accessed by the manure trailers to pick the shit up and take it to the fields, and the fields were all the way up out of the valley. So I built a conveyor belt all the way up the hill. I also did another one where in Farm 19, I don't remember what map it was, one of the little town maps, and I decided that, it would be a good idea. Let's build a big loading dock. So I put this is when I had that big crane mod, like the big the cranes that you see at train yards, where they are over top of everything. They're not. I would say they're kind of like, that's what I'm looking for. Port cranes. They're not. They're the exact type of cranes you see at logging train yards. They are massive, they're over top of everything. But imagine a big rectangle, and there's 6 stilts. You can drive right underneath the crane, and the crane is just on top of everything. I've seen them at ports, but they're hooked up with a container. They have a container implement on them, not a log fork. So, no, a log claw. That's how those work. That was a lot of fun to build. So we're definitely planning on building another really cool system with the augers and conveyor belts back at the shop. We're also, because this won't take us very long, honestly, I don't feel, to go through. It'll take probably a couple weeks to go through this lot. The problem is that in game time it's August. That's a problem because that's late summer. means we have until now, until the fall, to get as much shit done. Because when winter comes around, it's going to snow like a bitch. I don't think there's going to be any way we could possibly work in the snow. We'd have to wait for it to thaw. So that's going to put a big halt on work. That'll probably increase workage at the yard, because I'm probably going to have to get that wheel loader is probably going to be working its ass off in the snow, moving snow. I'm also going to get some plows and some other stuff so we can plow the yard, and that's when, you know, we're not going to be making money for a while. I want to stockpile a lot of it so that way there's some stuff to do for every person. Because if I think right now what we have is 4 people planning on joining. Me, Hick, and then 2 other people. Or I think. There might be more. I don't know. A lot of people haven't gotten this game yet. But I don't know. It's going to be a year old soon. I mean, I pre-ordered it. I mean, it's actually going to be a year old soon. It came out in November. So, it'll be in a few months. A year old. Already. I didn't play the game till January. I got it in November because I pre-ordered. I have the pre-order edition, so I decided. I saw the advertisement, or I saw the Instagram post when it said 3, and I was like, "That's a new Farm Sim game. What else would they be announcing? They have nothing else to announce. What else does Giants need to announce in April? It's not FarmCon. FarmCon's until July." I didn't watch FarmCon this year. I think DJ Graham went to it. I'm not sure. I haven't really watched him very much either lately. Because I stopped playing Farm Sim for a while. I mean, I lost all control of it. Me and Hick stopped playing it, both of us, for a while, because that was stupid. We put 4.5, almost 5 hours into our farm one day. We were like, hell yeah, man, doing good. We had the potatoes field planted. It's all on Twitch, actually. This is the last time we played was on Twitch. Or YouTube, I think. So, one of the two. It's on there. It might not be saved on the videos, because I don't think I had that set up yet. But it's all on there. And we had done a lot of work on that farm. There was a lot. We had filled up the shed, and we had sold all of the pallets. We had planted the experimental potato fields, had planted the experimental vineyard thing that we're doing, a couple vines. We had done all of our spring planting. We were getting ready to move into summer. We had a lot of stuff done. We had bought a bunch of equipment, had bought a bunch more land. So we had a lot more land. We had doubled our land mass. We were doing really well, and then the next day I hopped on, it corrupted the game file, and then all the Farm Sim broke because I couldn't even use my controller, and I'm not playing Farm Sim on keyboard. I cannot stand playing this game on keyboard. I can do it like for a little bit. This is keyboard right now. This is controller. You'll really see the difference when it comes to driving. So this will be keyboard. This is controller driving. I'll have to turn around and do it again. Hold on. It's so much more comfortable on controller. Move the camera around easier. It's a lot easier to press all the buttons. Warning, active logging site. Man, I don't think there's any logging equipment nearby. How are they logging? I do want to get the chance to use this forwarder. This forwarder is kind of like a useless machine because it's not really going to be used very much, if I'm being honest. If anything, I think the main use of the forwarder will be the little trees. Because little trees are a little, I'm not going to put the little trees on the damn skid. The skid has this massive claw that can open to like 5 feet wide. I'm not putting a little 6-inch thick tree inside of it. Those trees will be probably thrown on the forwarder because the forwarder can pull them. I mean, even then, they don't even need to really be bucked. They can just kind of be pulled by it. I might even go sell that forwarder and go get a little one, the other one maybe, the other skid one. Those will be pulled up to the yard and unloaded with the crane directly into the beaverator. So that one will be able to skip a step. That I'll need a machine operator for that one. But I'm really concerned. The only thing I'm concerned about is running out of things for people to do. Because obviously with me and Hick, there'll always be something to do. We're the main two machine operators. You know, the loader and the skid. Those will always be working. So I'm concerned about running out of things to do. Because eventually, people will probably get bored of cutting down trees. If I tell them to go cut down more trees, they'll probably get bored of that. I don't know what even is the percentage of little trees in there. Where's mine? I don't even know what the percentage of the little trees are in there. We're also going to build a property somewhere. I'm going to make farms for everyone and they can build their own little house. Yeah, like oh, forgot I cut that down. Here's like a couple little trees. These are the ones I'm talking about, the forward orbital pull, stuff like that. This right here, maybe. It might be a little too much for that. We're only taking the big pines. This is the only ones going into making boards. So all this little shit, those will be transported out to... Those will be done with the... Hit the jump! Oh yeah. Wasn't as high as I wanted it to be, but okay. Why does this thing have so many controls on it? This is EV powered as well. I'm gonna kill the fucking battery on the thing just driving it around. It's pretty fun to drive. Honey, I gotta turn my little light on. The little light that literally no one can see because it's behind the fucking thing. Behind the control panel. No one would be able to see that from up here. This thing, the beacons are pretty obvious on. You can't even see them from that distance. You can see them from this distance. So here, I'll throw them on. Yeah, you can tell when the beacons are on. Just barely though. The exoskeleton does get in the way a little bit. I don't think this thing has a beacon, although technically to run it, realistically, you would. Probably hit the horn for OSHA. Holy shit! Didn't know you could do that. Well, I'm bored. What time is it? I need to go shower anyways, because I gotta go do shit later today, so I might go do that. Oh, there's a winch on this thing. Stay back 100 meters. That's probably a good idea. I wonder if this thing will grind stumps. Oh yeah. That'll grind stumps up easy. But I have a grinder for that as well that needs to be loaded. Let me move the ATV out of here. My ATV's better than Hicks. Mine's camo. Damn, these things do look good side by side though, don't they? I might need a fucking mower as well. It's ridiculous. It's grass. But this is areas that have already been felled, obviously, by all the shit all over the ground. Look at this. This is just emptiness over there. What's that labeled as? That's a... Doesn't even have a label. I wonder where deciduous forest is. Why is that one light blue? Maybe that's recently regenerated. Can I travel? No, I guess not. Oh, I'm on the wrong map. I don't get it. Why is this different? Oh, maybe it has different tree types. Okay, so I've got to rent a little baby tractor. This little electric one will work. Maybe. The fucking implement's bigger than the tractor. Holy shit, brakes! This is not going according to plan at all. Well, return this little shit. I mean the methane powered one. Are you serious again? Controller came undone. Okay, this isn't working very well either. Is this thing, isn't this thing controlled by like a knob? Oh yeah, it is. It's just controlled by a knob. This thing's fucking stupid. Get it away from me. Okay. Alright, so whenever Hitch gets back, this truck is ready to be transported. I'm gonna have to drive mine back when he gets back on. I'm gonna get off for now. I'm gonna drive mine back down and pick up the logging trailers. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later.